Okay, hopefully now everything is okay. I hope. And so far looks like it's going to be. So, we are back. we are back for the second round of season 7. Season 7, yep. Season 7 of the ALR racing. And let's hope for another good week of racing. This time round, we are invited to the Nürburgring Nordschleife, only the Grand Prix track, unfortunately, but it is what it is. As I keep getting snaps from literally so many people, and yeah. Other than that, no, not other than that. We will be expecting some rain, I think, as well, as we have another 2 minutes before we kick off the next round, or should I say the qualifying part of, the qualifying part of. Jesus Christ, I am so all over the place at the moment. I've not had a good day, but hopefully that will all change. Well, now basically. As I like to welcome all of you to the stream, as we are waiting on one more person, pretty much. Pretty sure we're waiting on Simon, I think, or someone. But I've not had a good day at all. As you lot can probably tell, so hopefully it's all gonna go okay this stream. I hope anyway. So yeah, as we are waiting on one more person for tonight, as it is different people, and looks like Moose is going to be late, and looks like it is lights out for qualifying, looks like. So everyone straight away onto the track. BR4 with on softs. You got DC, who is one of the newer drivers in Tier 1, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to turn down my headset a little bit, and he's driving the Subaru BRZ, which isn't really a favourite car in ALR anyway. You got Mage with Owen already. Well, Owen going down the inside of Mage, with Marcus Gergen just in behind Mage. You got the championship leader so far, the mighty Iggy at the moment. He's just approaching Sector 2. Nobles as well. You got Cablero, DB Elite just in behind. Elite Spectre going quite wide there in the Supra. You got Lars in the Jaguar as well. Typos, who is Elite Spectre's teammate. The big boss, RDO, in the Mustang, and looks like his teammate will not be tonight, so they're going to lose out on some champions on the constructors' points, with Gahaigo just in, around the hairpin basically, as BR4 is approaching the final chicane. And slowly coming up towards the final hairpin. And he's going to set the base mark of the pace, I should say, as he heads down towards turn 1, braking just in front of the 100-meter board. Nice and smooth for the brakes, as you'd like it to. Into turn 2, and soon into turn 3 and turn 4. Going quite wide, going using all the curb. Using all the curb there, on the exit of turn 3, into turn 4 using all the curb. Going quite wide there. The exit of turn 4, so he is going to lose a little bit of time. Into turn 5 we go with BR4, and now turn 6, no pressure by the way either, as we head towards turn 7, the first hairpin of the track. And into turn 8, which should be flat out for the Lexus, which it is. Turn 9, into turn 10. Third gear, not using all the curb, but using all the curb on now, and into turn 11. And into a flat out right hand at turn 12. Into the final chicane of turns 13, 14, and into the hairpin turn 15, which is going to complete the lap of the Nürburgring Grand Prix track, as Moosh has just joined the lobby. BR4 is going to set the pace of a 155.6 with DC. Falling in with a 155.6, Owen a 156.6, Mage up into third place with Mackisgerg in third. Looks like Nobles is going to go into the 159, so DB Elite goes 4th fastest with Cablero in 9th, Iggy so far in 3rd, Elite Spectra, where is he going to end up? Not the best exit, but he is going to be into the 157s, and it is 8th fastest with Lars up into 7th. Type Boss, I'm pretty sure he's gone 3rd fastest, so the championship leader so far down in P4 with the big boss of RDO in 12th and Gabaiko in 10th so far, as these are only just the starting times. Now, that's the base mark set. BR4 leading the qualifying session so far. And now it is time for the standings. After round 1 of last week, if you didn't know, Iggy and Mage lead the Constructors' Championship. And we're going to go from constructors to drivers. So the BMW team of Iggy and Mage are leading by 6 points in the BMW, as Elite Spectra and Type Boss in the Toyota Supra are 6 points behind with 42. Lexus team of BR4 and Owen in 3rd are tied on points with the Supra team of Elite Spectra and Type Boss, with the Mustang team consisting of Simon and RDO in 4th, with Jaguar in 5th, Alfa Romeo 6th, Mercedes-Benz in 7th, with the Toyota team of DB Elite and Gapaiko in dead last with just 7 points. Now on to the drivers, which is the more exciting part, as Iggy, of course, looks like no BR4 goes still quicker, as I'm pretty sure he just pit for fresh tyres. But so far Iggy holds provisional pole, looks like. I don't know why, but okay. As he's doing a 155.3 on a set of medium tyres as well, which is absolutely ridiculous as he goes wide on the exit turn 4. As I go through the drivers' standings, and there's BR4 still leading the qualifying session by nearly 5/10 a second on a set of racing soft tyres. And here are the drivers' standings. So Iggy leading after winning both races last week. So far, with one fastest lap on one pole position, up to 42 points, as well as having 2 wins already under the belt in this season. Lars in second, coming second in the sprint race and 4th in the endurance with 30 points, only 12 behind, with BR4 and Elite Spectra all tied on points with 30, looks like. So they're basically all up in second place, with Mackie's Gherkin in third place with 22 points. RDO, who had a brilliant start to the season, he's got 20 points. Type Boss then has 12 points, only 8 behind RDO, with Owen is also tied on points with Type Boss, with Simon in, I think, 5th? No. Well, it says 9th, but he's in 5th, as someone has just set a personal best. Looks like it's Iggy. As Caplero goes 3rd fastest in DC as well. Looks like the Subaru is doing a good job for him. However, they are on a set of soft tyres, so there's no surprise there. As Jesus Christ, what's happening with DC's car? And the rest are in single digits, as that's what I'm looking at. And hopefully the standings will be updated straight away after the sprint race. So that's all I'm happy about. And that is the standings after round 1. And this has a completely brand new chapter to write, as qualifying should be over quite soon, as we have 1 more minute left on the clock, with DC only 2 tenths behind the provisional pole sitter of BR4, Caplero, in 3rd in the Honda, which I haven't really seen a lot of Hondas. I'm pretty sure this is the first Honda I've seen in ALR racing. The BMW is the 2nd time. The Jaguar I've seen every single time. As looks like, as the big boss said as well, the big boss did say that the Lexus and the Toyota will be quite good around this track. So, and it is proven right now with the looks like the Mustang with the Supra will actually struggle on here, with the Lexus being the proper quick car, and looks like it is coming true at the moment. As it is mostly around straight line speed and not really corner based cars, basically, as we have Caplero just chilling there on the side of the track, as it is the end of qualifying as well, as Lars has finished in 5th, as we did watch on most of his lap, as Gafaiko finishes 8th. Elite Spectra coming round in the final hairpin as he heads towards the line and into 2nd place, up into the 54s, only 400ths of a second, as he dethroned, well, looks like it's not a BR4 Iggy front row lockout, it's going to be BR4 and Elite Spectra locking out the front row, with Iggy and DC on the 2nd, Caplero, Lars up in the 3rd row, Type Boss, Mackie's Gherkin 4th row, Gafaiko with DB Elite blocking out the 5th row. So it looks like it's a Toyota Supra lockout, with Owen in 11th, Mage in 12th, Moosh in 13th. Unfortunately for RDO, only down in 14th, with Nobbles in 15th, And looks like DC has just done his lap, so his lap can only be counted as 4th fastest. As he's quickly training his starts, and I'm going to quickly do that before my game crashes. And I hope that does the trick. And no, it didn't. As 5 red lights, and away we go for the sprint race, as Elite Spectre already takes the lead of the race, going down into turn 1 with BR4 just next to him, with DC trying to go down the inside of BR4 and DB Elite as well at the same time, but DB Elite spins and BR4 takes the lead of the race with Lads in 2nd, DC in 3rd, Mighty Iggy in 4th, not being so mighty at the moment, however that luck will change, I'm pretty sure, as we head down towards turn 3 and turn 4, Iggy already down in 5th, as Caplero just went down the inside of Iggy. As well, what a crazy start we've had to this start of the race, as BR4 leads from Lars, DC, Caplero, Iggy as well, that you see in the background of Caplero's camera angle, as we see all the cars there. Type Boss in 6th, DB Elite in 7th, as he tries to go down the no, he won't go down the inside at all. Or will he, as we see DB Elite putting some pressure on Type Boss, if anything, and DC and Caplero going to go side by side, as Caplero touches the bit of the gravel there, same as DC. However, that won't really cause any trouble for them both, as Caplero goes, well, we nearly go 3 abreast going up into turn 9. But looks like Caplero will take P3 at the moment, as Iggy goes down the inside of DC, which will put him up into P4. Now he's got his sights locked up on P3 at the moment, as there he goes down the inside. And they're going to go side by side into turn 13, 14, as Iggy takes 3rd place. That's a no-brainer, as DB Elite just went down the inside of Type Boss, I think that was. As BR4 from a brilliant start off the line, he's already up into P1 with Lars. Absolutely brilliant start. He's gone and done the imaginable and picked up 3 different positions, as Caplero's going to try it down the inside on Iggy, and he does make it happen, Caplero, and he holds P3 from Iggy, as DC is now invited up into the party as we head towards turn 3 and turn 4. Caplero still ahead of Iggy as we head down towards turn 5. Caplero going quite wide, same as Iggy, as DC is going to use full advantage, but he does have a half a second time penalty, which he will serve at the end of turn 12, I think, or is that before turn 12, I think it is, as we just see BR4 and Lars there in the back, at the front of the camera shot, and there they go through the hairpin. As let's have a look what's happening further down the back of the grid. As Mage picks up a few positions, he's already up into P7, Type Boss P8, as he's trying to make a it's Elite trying to make a recovery drive from last to first, from last to wherever he's going to finish, as RDO picks up a few positions as well, from 14th to 9th. Maki's Gherkin in 10th so far. Gabaiko not doing his best at the moment, as I know how good of a driver Gabaiko is, but at the moment he's only down P11, as I'm pretty sure Nobles looked to make a move on Elite, but didn't really happen. As I'm just looking somewhere, as Maki's Gherkin goes down the inside of RDO into the hairpin, and he make that 9 for Maki's Gherkin, using down the slipstream of Mage, as Mage is also on a slipstream grind of Type Boss's cars. Maki's tries to go down the inside of Mage, as Mage also tries to make a move on Type Boss. It's going to be absolute carnage, as Mackie's Kirkin and Mage both make the dive bomb, as Mackie's makes an absolute brilliant switchback on Mage up into P7. Mackie's Kirkin, and remember the name, as he's up into P7, as Mage as well tries to make some moves happen for himself, as well as Adio goes quite wide there on the exit of turn 4. But Mackie's Kirkin in the Alfa Romeo up into P7, somehow making the best out of the possibilities of Typos up into P9 as he just went down the inside of Adio on the exit of turn 6. But now Gavaigo is invited as that same as Adio as he goes down the inside of Typos Adio, and is Adio gonna make that move happen? I don't think so, as now it's a left-hander for both of them, and Typos will hold P9. As what is going on at the back of the grid so far, as we see RDO there, Gavaigo going quite wide on the exit of turn 11. Yeah, turn 11, as RDO goes quite wide, losing a few positions, and Gavaigo up into P10, Typos P9, Mage P8, Mackie's Kirkin still holding on in 7th place, as there is a battle going on between Lars, Iggy, Cablero. Oh, whoa, hold on, wait, hold on. Lars is losing quite a few positions now, as he's down in P4, looks like. DB Elite in 5th, as I'm trying to look for some battles for you lot, as I think we could get some bit of rain going on, as Mate tries to look for the inside move on Mackie's Kirkin, which doesn't happen. Gavaigo goes wide on the exit of turn 1, as Typos tries to go down the inside of Mage. What? The entry of turn 3 and the exit of turn 4. Typos pulls that Toyota up into P8. Mackie's Kirkin firmly, well, he has that firm hand on 7th place at the moment, as he can just look back and enjoy the fighting, as we are. Well, I am. I don't know how you guys are, but I am, that's for sure, as Elite goes quite wide there, doing a good job so far, as we have 10 minutes left of race, well, nearly 10 minutes left of racing, as the soft tyres don't really have a lot of traction, as we see Elite spinning again. That's not what you want from your tyres, as we just try to look for some battles going on, but the battles are all happening at the back of the grid. Looks like, oh, well, there's something, as RDO picks up a 1 second time penalty, looks like, which he's going to serve right now, and that's going to allow Moosh and Owen, possibly even Nobbles, to pass RDO, as Nobbles is going to go down the inside of RDO, and he's going to pick up P13 just before the chicane, as RDO pushes Nobbles through the corners, through the chicane. RDO is going to go down the inside, as Nobbles takes a very wide line, as he will try and get a good exit, but they end up exactly side by side. Now, will Nobbles hold the outside line and somehow defend RDO, who has the inside line, but he won't. Instead, he's going to give the position to RDO, as Owen and Moosh are having a little battle of their own as well, as Owen goes down the inside of Moosh. Now he has to take the outside line, as Moosh pushes him off the track, and they end up side by side as we head into turn 5 between Moosh and Owen. Owen is going to take P11, as Moosh has to settle for 12th so far as we go on the exit of turn 6. And into the hairpin, Moosh will try and have a go. No, we will not. Owen holds P11 as we look further up the grid. Mackie's DC Elite as well are having a little go for P5, as DC looked for the move on the inside, but It won't really happen for DC, as Elite goes a little bit off the track. As who was that? Lars? No, not oh god, not Lars. As Elite picks up another position, same as DC, Mackey's, Typos as well. As what's happened to Elite? Hold on. What's happened to Elite? Everyone is just falling away as Typos all over the back of Mackey's now. As the top three are basically running away with this race. Typos is going to go down the inside of Mackey's. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be a drag race to the to turn 1. And Typos will pick up P5, but he makes contact with Mackey's. Mackey's going to go around the outside of Typos, but Typos will hold P5 after that massive mistake on the exit of turn 1. As we head to turn 3 and now turn 4, Typos still will hold P5. As Lars is now there in the background, as we see. As I'm pretty sure we also saw a Mercedes there, as it is quite easy to spot. As the soft tyres are very quickly wearing out. As there's going to be a battle for P1, I'm pretty sure. As Iggy has once again selected the correct tyres for this race, which is an absolutely no-brainer. As Typos now is up into P5, Mackey's P6, as Lars now is going to go around the outside of Mackey's Gherkin, but it will not happen as he tried it, but it didn't really happen as Mage is going to be soon approaching the battle between Mackey's and Lars, as Lars will try to make his way around the outside somehow of Mackey's Gherkin, as now Mackey's going very defensive, as Lars will have to take the long way round into the chicane, but Mackey's will hold the inside line, as now there's Mage, he's now invited to the party, and Lars now has somehow crawled his way through the chicane, and Mage as well. Mackey's has just lost 2 positions in 1 turn somehow, as Lars and Mage both pick up positions. That was just a massive dive bomb from Mage. Somehow he made it work. That's really unfortunate for Mackey's Gherkin, but we shall see what's going to happen next, as I'm pretty sure there's going to be a battle soon for P1, if I'm not wrong. But let's stay on this battle for now between Mackey's. Oh, whoa, hold on, as I'm pretty sure my game just lagged, but Mackey's Gherkin now, well, there he is. Mackey's and Mage banging tyres, as those softs are completely running out of tyre life, as we see here. But Mackey's will still get a good run for his money on Mage down into turn 7, as Mackey's will try and go the inside, but Mage closes the door on Mackey's, but Mackey's clipping the tyres of Mage, and that is exactly why you do not try those things, especially going into the hairpin, and Mage down in P13. That is not what you want to see. Dirty driving from Mackey's there, as we see a battle going on for P1, I see, between Caplero BR4, as Iggy still has half tyre life, as well as Caplero nearly completely out, same as BR4. This will be this will be a brilliant ending to the race, as BR4 barely has any tyre life left in those softs, same as Caplero, while Iggy is going to try and somehow catch up with Caplero and BR4 being nearly 2 seconds down. But let's see if Iggy can do it. Let's see if Iggy can actually pull the strings and somehow pull away with another win, as both BR4 and Caplero go wide, same as Iggy, surprisingly not getting any penalties, as Caplero has closed the gap completely to BR4, as now we head into turn 6 with Caplero nearly going down the inside of BR4 as BR4 takes a wide line on the exit, as BR4 will try and go defensive with Caplero trying to go on the offensive line round the outside of BR4 as BR4 tries to hold on for his absolute dear life, as Iggy we see here starting to approach both Caplero and BR4 as we watch these two fight with nearly 15 seconds left on the clock. Iggy will have to try and make something happen for him, as now they're going to go side by side as we head into turn 10 with Caplero and BR4. Now into turn 11 as Caplero will take the lead of this race, but now Iggy is now being invited to the end of this race. It is the final lap of the race. BR4 down in P3. Iggy somehow ending up in P1. As Caplero holds the lead, but Iggy is going to go around the outside of Caplero, and it's going to be Iggy once again with the outside line, but it looks like there's going to be drama all the way to the end with Caplero somehow holding on dead tyres. He's going to take the win. Photo bomb finish with Caplero winning the sprint race, Iggy in second, BR4 in third, DC finishes fourth, Lars and Tybos finish on a photo bomb, Mackie's in seventh, Motion eighth, Owen in ninth, DB Elite in 10th, RDO with Nobles 11, 12, Mage unfortunately with his situation and what happened. Looks like Michael is going to be P13 with Mage finishing out in P14. And wow, was we treated to an absolute belter of a race. Wow. That was mental. Jesus. As looks like BR4 has now left the room. And with the updated standings, thank God, Iggy still holds the lead of the Drivers' Championship with now 54 points, as BR4 closes the gap. Well, I mean, he closes the gap by a little bit. He's up into P2 with 41 now, as Lars up into P3 with 35. Elite Spectra in 4th, with Ardio in... Mackie's in 5th. Ardio in 6th, with DC in 12th, as he did get a really good result out of this race. Caplero, after winning this race, he's already picked up loads of positions from 18th to 8th already, as we head for the endurance race. And thank God this time my stream did not end, thankfully, which I'm actually really happy about. And wow, was we treated to a Jesus, was we treated. Jesus. as looks like we're going to have a little break before we go into the endurance race. And wow. Wow, I am speechless. I am absolutely speechless on that replay. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. As looks like some people are not happy with how this race went, so there will be a couple submissions, I'm pretty sure. But we shall see. We shall see what's going to happen, and that's pretty much going to be the end of the story. As I wish I could like do a lap or something like that on this track, but yeah, I wish. I think the fastest lap I'd done was like a 1:56 something, I think. So I'm nowhere near the pace of these guys, but obviously these are the fastest guys by far, so I'm not surprised at all. As I think we might get some rain, hopefully this race, I hope, and we will see a completely different tyre strategy. As I'm pretty sure it's going to be lights out soon. And there it is. Owen straight away out on the track. Caplero MP. Jesus. Okay. What? Alright. Caplero straight away looks like he's out on a belter. As this lap isn't really that interesting for me. Pretty much. So I'll just let you guys enjoy the lap of the current Drivers' Champion of BR4. And there you go. In the anime liveried car. Pretty much. You can enjoy his out lap. While I will just waffle, pretty much. I'll just talk absolute nonsense, basically. So As I'm pretty sure it's just the drivers who are in the chat. I'm pretty sure so. Or the actual stream. If you are new around here, then obviously subscribe to the channel, as this is a weekly thing, as it is the World Cup as well. And I did want to watch it, but obviously I knew I had to do some comps, so I couldn't really watch Wales USA, unfortunately. And actually, speaking of that, that match, it's USA 1, Wales 0, with Timothy Weah actually scoring. So that's quite interesting. Quite mental, if you ask me, because I thought that Wales were actually going to go favourites into that match, but USA surprised everyone, looks like, and they are the real deal. As we head with Cabrero to the end of the lap soon, in turn 12, soon to be turn 13, 14, 15, as we see Iggy there as well. As Cabrero rounds the final hairpin down towards the line. And a 1:56.1. Iggy is going to do a 1:56.2. Owen is going to do a 1:57. Mackey's a 1:57 as well. Nobles up into the 57s as well. RDO third fastest in a 1:56. Your Gafaiko in a 1:59. DC with probably the fastest lap so far. No, never mind. Only third fastest, only behind RDO. BR4, fourth fastest, with Typos in probably one of the slowest laps, only in 10th, as I'm pretty sure Majors finished his lap. Yep, he did. With Lars as well, rounding the final bend, same as Elite. And Lars goes fastest of all in the 1:56.5. Elite into the 1:56.2. Looks like. So, Lars in his ALR career, he's on pole for the Nürburgring feature race, with Iggy in second, Cabrero third, DC fourth, and I don't know the actual rest of the rest, with BR4 in fifth, Moosh sixth, who he did say he has got a good pace around here, with RDO in 7th, who put in an absolute belter of a lap to put his Mustang up into P7, Elite in 8th, Owen 9th, Elite in 10th, Nobles in 11th, Major 12th, Mackey's 13th, Typos 14th, and Gapaiko to finish off the actual qualifying. We will start qualifying right now, as I need to quickly reset my camera, as I don't know why it keeps on doing that. As we head towards down to turn 1, DC absolutely sends it on Cabrero, sending them both wide, as DC holds P3, with BR4 picking up a position and down in P4. Cabrero, who was fighting with BR4 for the lead of the race, just then, right next to each other. What a surprise! With Moosh in 6th, Ardio 7th, holding his position. Elite was thinking about going down the outside, as DC all over the place. With Elite, sorry. As Nobles is going to go down the inside of Elite. And Nobles up into P9. Looks like it is. As at the moment I don't know where to look, as Moosh goes quite wide. Going into turn 8. As Caplero picks up a half a second time penalty, looks like. As well, which he's going to serve next lap. Pretty sure, with Lars actually running away, surprisingly. As we actually did see a little battle there between Iggy and DC, with BR4 also spinning. With Iggy down in P7, DC up into P2, which was quite dirty if you ask me. I think a harsh push. And wow, was not expecting that, as Ardio and Elite are going to go side by side at the turn 1. Who's going to be outbreaking each other later? It's going to be Ardio, but Elite does have the inside line, but Ardio now has the inside line now as he switches to turn 2, and Ardio will pick up P5, will maybe Elite, as he takes the Astro turf. Nobles probably up at the P6. But Elite now, it switches once again. It's going to be Elite, probably. No, it's going to be Noble still holding as Elite spins again. Oh no, it's not been. It has not been his day at all today. I feel so sorry for the guy. As Lars dominated from pole position. Moosh doing a brilliant job for Mercedes, up in P4. As this is where his season could start finally, showing his pace like he did in season 4. Hasn't really shown that quite a lot over the course of season 5 and season 6, but maybe this could be the starting point for Moosh. No, I don't know. We shall see, but let's carry on between Moosh and Caplero here, as Moosh is going to go around the outside of Caplero up into P3. Moosh goes as we head towards the hairpin, as we just saw the cars behind. Gapaico doing a good job as well, as we have a massive, Jesus Christ, what's going on behind here? Behind Gapaico, with Mage, BR4, Typos, Elite and Owen as well. BR4 going around the outside of Mage, which won't happen, but Owen now has the inside line on. I'm pretty sure that was Typos. Typos will still hold P13 as BR4 tries to send it on Mage, and now Mage is the inside line, with BR4 trying to go around the outside of Mage, and it won't happen for BR4, but he's going to have a go at him again into turn 5. Now has the inside line, BR4, but Mage will still hold on as we enter the turn 6 with Mage and BR4. BR4 is getting slowly quite frustrated behind that BMW, thinking he wants to get past now, and I think this is the time going into the hairpin turn 7, and yes it is. He finally got past of that BMW of Mage, who he tried to help, as his teammate is Iggy, and he wants the Constructors title, that's for sure. But Mage keeps on losing positions like crazy at the moment. Lack of practice, I think. But I'm not going to be taken away from the fact that he isn't tier 1 and I'm only a commentator, that's the thing. So yeah, as Nobbles into the spinner and RDO up to P5, DB as Elite will now try and go around the outside of RDO. But unfortunately he is not successful. Let's see what will happen on the pitch straight as we head down towards turn 1. RDO going very defensive as Elite will try and go on the inside line, but RDO will cut it off, but Elite somehow still finds a way, but he wanted to cut off RDO and clip his rear right, which thankfully he didn't. Otherwise that would have been a massive cause as he pushes RDO. I completely misjudges his breaking point, and Elite picks up P5. RDO goes down places, nearly 3 positions down as Elite is now up into P5. Iggy up into P6 as now Makis Gergen is going to be slowly going at RDO as well around the outside, but RDO does have the inside line as Nobbles now has been invited to the party as well, so we might even make 3 wide, I think, into the hairpin. No, we will not, but Makis and Nobbles are going to be going at it into the hairpin with Makis Gergen holding the inside line, and he is going to be in P8 somehow. As why did I sound like one of those announcers from auctions, just speaking so fast? I never do that. As Cabrera and Moosh are still going at it with Elite and Iggy as well, as Iggy will now have the inside line on Elite as Elite touches the gravel and picks up Iggy another position. That's P5 from P8 following the contact between these two, I'm pretty sure, for P2 I think it was, or something like that, an earlier incident. But let's see what's going on behind RDO actually. So Gavaiko still in P10 with BR4 trailing by nearly 3 tenths, as that gap is slowly decreasing as he's getting the slipstream of the Toyota, and BR4 is going to try and send it down the inside on Gavaiko. And will it happen? But Gavaiko does do the switchback with BR4 now on the inside line, but Gavaiko is going to try and defend on the outside, but unfortunately he won't, as BR4 is up into P10 as we head into turn 3 with BR4. He now sets his sights on the pink Mercedes right in front of him. Racing point, but we don't mention that at all. With now we'll drive along with the pink Mercedes actually, as we see BR4 they're just behind, only 7 tenths behind Nobbles, but Nobbles will try and have a go at Makis Gergen sooner or later, as unfortunately he's not going to pick up the position, but he's pushing Makis, but RDO on the spinner, and Nobbles will try and go around the outside of Makis, which is definitely not a good idea. But let's see what's going to happen into turn 10, I think it is. Yep, turn 10. As BR4 breaking so late, he's pushing Nobbles through the corner. As we head into turn 11 with Nobbles, BR4, Makis Gergen as well. BR4 is going to have a go probably into the chicane. He's probably going to send one, as he is close. But is he close enough, as these guys are literally separated by 6 tenths of a second at this rate, as we head towards the final hairpin, rounding off lap 5. Nobbles, Makis, BR4, 7, 8 and 9, with, I'm pretty sure that is Iggy and DB Elite as well, as Makis goes quite defensive, but Nobbles is going to go on the offensive instead. But Makis even more defensive as he tries to hold the inside, of a line with Nobbles trying to go around the outside, but Makis still holds P7. Iggy in the meantime has overtook DB Elite for P5, as we just saw there into turn 1, but Nobbles are going to try and send on around the outside of turn 3, which is definitely not a good idea, as BR4 will now pick up an easy position and he's going to go up into P8, and now he's going to set his sight onto turn 6 on Mackie's Gherkin in the Alfa Romeo, and he's going to make the move happen, with now Nobles also sending one on Mackie's Gherkin. So now, instead of being 789, it's now become 987. The drivers actually, as Nobles still going to send one on BR4, as PR4 and Nobles are going to go nearly side by side, but PR4 just takes hold of P7 and gets the whole racing line for himself, as Mackie's Gherkin has now picked up another position, as DB Elite now has been invited to the party, and he's touched the left rear of Mackie's Gherkin's Alfa Romeo, and he still is on the road somehow after being clipped on the rear left. And wow, was that good traction, as Elite is going to try and go around the outside of Mackie's Gherkin, but he's going to switch it down the inside, but Elite just keeps on doing mistakes. Out in P11 again from P9, as Gavingo picks up P10, but Typos on the inside line is going to take P9, and they are in a drag race down to turn 10. We're going to go on board with Gavingo actually, as we can literally see how close they are, as Typos unfortunately is going to pick up the position following Mackie's Gherkin's bad misjudgment of the braking zone, and looks like it's becoming a little bit overcast, so we could potentially get some rain involved, and that's going to be a completely different factor, as we still watch on between Elite and Iggy. Well, we just switched to Iggy and Elite, as Caplero and Moosh is still fighting for P3. Do not want to give up that position very easily, but Moosh did pick up a 2-second time. And there's, as Caplero will not back down from this challenge, as Moosh unfortunately has to give up P3. There he goes. Iggy is going to close in on the gap, as well as we go backwards behind the leaders, with Owen picking up another position, Mage picking up another position as well on Elite. Nobles might pick up a position himself as well, as he goes down the inside of Elite Spectra into the chicane, and Nobles will take P13 away from Elite, as Nobles pits. He pits for a very early pit stop, so that's a massive surprise. RDO down in P14. No, sorry, I'm not going to mention that. Lars commanding this lead completely, as these, well, nearly all those softs are completely finished. DC in second, Caplero third, following the penalty that Moosh had. Iggy's closing in on Moosh as his championship leader, championship rival of BR4, closing in the gap, as Iggy knows this, and he has to start to pick up the pace just a bit. As I fit commentator's block, looks like. As I quickly had to take a sip of water with Lars. Now pitting a Moosh cut in the corner. Moosh judging his braking point. And Moosh down in P5. Iggy picking up a position. As Lars into the pits, as I already said. Iggy up into the podium positions. With DC taking the lead of the race. As I'm looking for some battles that could be quite entertaining. Gafaico and Owen. 6/10. As Lars comes out in P11. Looks like. Gafaico will want to pit right now after this lap, as his tyres are completely finished. And it's all at the back of the grid which is happening, like, that's the thing. Let's have a look. Owen down into the hairpin, and he's going to go round on the inside. No. He's going to stay behind Gafaico for now as we head into turn 8 and then turn 9. A quick little chicane here, flat out completely. Turn 8, turn 9, and then up into turn 10 as Owen, he's going to try and finally overtake Gafaico. As I can tell, he's getting quite frustrated behind that Toyota, and there it is. And there it is, possibly the move that could put him up into P9, just past turn 12 and down into turn 13. They're going to go side by side into the chicane. Gafaico on the inside line with no Owen trying to make the switch back up move on Gafaico, but unfortunately it doesn't work. But Gafaico goes into the pit lane and they ruin a good battle for me. But now Lars has now been invited to the party between Owen and Lars. With Lars now on a fresh set of tyres, he's already up into P6 as they're going to go side by side into turn 1. Who's going to be braking? Who's going to be late on the brakes? It's going to be Lars, who is going to take P6 with Owen down in P7 as he tried to take a very nice narrow line to get him all that apex speed, but unfortunately that turn just doesn't want to work like that. Instead you have to take a wide line through the apex and then out, basically, instead of taking a very narrow line. But yeah, that's how you take turn 1, basically, as these drivers probably know this, so better than me especially. As Iggy has also pit for a fresh set of soft tyres, so he's going to try and go for the fastest lap. As Cabrera goes on the hard compound tyre, so Iggy is going to run away from Cabrera like mad, as he does get onto the gravel there a little bit, which will cost him a little bit of time. As I don't seem to find a single battle, but DC pits, Moosh pits as well, Elite pits also, so BR4 is going to take the lead of the race with Type Boss in P2. And Lars is going to be up to P3. As 20 minutes are left on the clock. As this is the most annoying part of the 40-minute race, is that there's nothing to commentate on when everyone is just so separated. There we go. Let's see. So Iggy has now finally closed the gap on DC, as he's pushing DC through the corners of 8 and 9, and DC is basically not going to bother fighting Iggy, and he's just going to let Iggy through in turn 10 and 11, and now Iggy will set his sight on the Toyota ahead of him, as I do see a couple battles going on, some teammate battles going on. There's Mage and Mackey's Gherkin fighting going on, both on the soft compound tyre. Moosh on the set of hard tyres as well. How is BR4 still on that compound tyre? I don't know. I'm just trying to have a look at what is going to happen as Owen. Good tyre management, to be fair, from Owen. 12 laps, and he's somehow held those tyres on for quite long. As Owen tries to do some defending work against Iggy, but that just won't happen. Iggy just too fast. Too fast when he's on that soft compound tyre, as he just set the fastest lap, as I only just realised as well. And another second purple sector, as he's absolutely flying on those softs, as he's trying to chase down after Lars, Typos and BR4, who Iggy knows that Lars is on the medium compound tyre, as he's caught up to Typos. And Iggy literally closing the gap so fast, as Typos goes wide into the chicane, with Lars picking up P2. BR4 still going on those old medium tyres. Why is BR4 still on those old mediums when that tyre on the left side is completely dead? And Iggy on the back of Typos already, looks like. And as we head to turn 5 and turn 6, Iggy is going to go blistering down the inside line, where Typos just can't defend against Iggy. Like, this man, he's honestly, Iggy, what have you been taking? What have you been taking before the race? I really want to know. With Lars finally on the back of BR4, which was an absolutely no-brainer. BR4, this was the lap where you should have pit. This was not the lap where you should be pitting. You should have pit last lap. As now Iggy, your championship rival, will overtake you in literally a matter of seconds, I'm pretty sure. As we head towards the chicane, Iggy only 8 tenths down. He's just going to improve that massively. And Lars is just running away. And there's Big Iggy literally flying through the chicane. And there's BR4 finally into the pit lane. Typos as well. So now it's going to be Iggy versus Lars for the lead of the race. As I'm just going to stay on this battle for now between Iggy and Lars, because this is for the lead of the race. But let's have a look. So, right, actually, who just commented? As I'm not really going to look at thingy just yet. As I know that there are some good battles, however, this is for the goods, for the lead of the race, as I can tell that there is a battle going on between Nobles and Elite as they head into the hairpin, and I'm pretty sure... Oh, Nobles and Caplero, actually. I was close. As they are nearly 5 tenths, no, well, 3 tenths. Trevor Lars will try and go very defensive into the chicane, but Iggy's going to have none of it as he tries to switch back as he leads Lars to go off the track. And Iggy a bit to the lead of the race. Was that smart from Iggy? Jesus Christ. Wow. Was that smart thinking as Caplero nearly loses the car. With Nobles in P5 pitted again for a 2-stop, looks like. Gafigo will also go for a 2-stop as well, with Moosh, Mage, Owen having a little fight of their own, as Owen looked to go on the inside of Mage, but he didn't. Let's see what's going to happen into turn 1 between Moosh, Mage, Owen, and now Typos as well. Let's have a look as Owen tries to go down the inside of Mage, and Owen will pick up the position up into 10th, but Mage does have the inside line, but Owen will hold on to the outside as the Typos might also make the move on Mage. What is going on between these? Owen has now the inside line. Mage will try and take a very wide line on the exit of turn 4. We're going to go nearly 3 abreast going into turn 6 between Typos, Owen, and Typos is going to, well, go ahead of Owen. With now Owen trying to fight back at Typos, with now Mage also at the back, enjoying this from the rear view, but Typos still ahead of Owen and Mage as we head towards turn 8 and turn 9, and soon to be turn 10, with now Iggy pitting. With now Lars taking the lead of the race with DC as well in 2nd. Moosh has now been invited to the party as we head towards the chicane as well. And Mage now pitting as well, so that's now turned into a 3-way fight for 9th between Typos and now Gafigo as well pitting. So Moosh, Typos, Owen but looks like it's going to be between Typos and Moosh as Typos look to make the move on the inside. And Typos trying to squeeze his way through the inside of Moosh. And Typos will make the move into turn 2 with Moosh trying to fight back at Typos going into turn 3. But Typos just too fast on those soft tyres. With Moosh tried his hardest to fight back, but unfortunately he didn't have the pace. With Iggy and BR4, flashbacks from last week. It might happen again, not the first time and not for the last. BR4 and Iggy fighting once again on track. They go side by side through the hairpin up into turn 8 with now BR4 still holding B5. Iggy still in B6 trailing BR4 as now Iggy has the inside line going into turn 10 with BR4 holding on somehow going through turn 10, now turn 11 between BR4 and Iggy. BR4 is Iggy getting a very bad exit out of turn 11 as we head towards turn 12. Still side by side, nearly half a lap since the hairpin. They go into the chicane between these two. Honestly, they give it all as Iggy pushes BR4 nearly off the track as Iggy will take B5. Finally, they've been separated from being literally a tenth of a second as BR4 is now trailing only 5 tenths, but both on soft tyres. This is gonna go absolutely brilliantly as Cablera and Elite are still fighting for the final place of the podium, while the two championship main contenders between Iggy and BR4 head towards turn 3. Now turn 4 as BR4 starts to close the gap on Iggy. And again, good exits the two of them as we head towards turn 6. And Iggy will still hold P5. BR4 not making the move, still trailing, but he's getting ever so close. We now go on the exit of turn 6 down towards turn 7 as that's where everything could start all over again. But Iggy looks like to be again ahead of BR4 by nearly 5 tenths now. It was 4 tenths and now it's 5 as they head towards turn 8, turn 9 down into turn 10, and I think that's the end of this battle unless BR4 could pull something out of the bag. As we look down the grid between Moosh, Elite and RDO, I will have a very close eye on BR4 and Iggy as they head towards the chicane. They break exactly at the same point as DB Elite pits for a fresh set of soft tyres for the last 6 minutes of this race, as both of them nearly cut in the same corner, both RDO and Moosh. As for the first time possibly we could get another winner and a first time winner in ALR as well. But I'm not going to say too much as we still have another 6 minutes left of racing and this all could change. As Elite, Owen and Elite nearly going side by side through turn 2 as now Elite is now invited into the party and Elite is going to go down the inside of Elite and Elite, well, both Elites actually, as now RDO has now joined the fun ahead of him as DB still trailing Elite Spectra with Owen in P8. As Elite will now try and go around the outside of Owen, which definitely will not work, as I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit there as well. And the fight between Iggy and BR4 is over, as they are now around 2 seconds. Well, Iggy is nearly 2 seconds ahead as we see Elite down the inside of Owen, but Owen holding on to his own around the outside, but now Elite tries to switch back on Owen, as now we might possibly get nearly three wide, but it's not. DB instead overtakes Owen. DB goes on the outside of Elite, as DB will push Elite through the corners of the chicane, and DB will have to settle in for 9th so far as we head into the hip of the 18th time. As you can tell, my voice is absolutely going, and we start lap 19. Let's see what's going to happen in this. As Ardio goes quite wide, they're going into turn 1 with DB still trailing Elite. It's quite hard to call both of them, as DB Elite overtakes Elite Spectra for P8 as he sent it down the inside of turn 3. As we see here on your screen, we head towards turn 6 of lap 19. Elite, DB just overtook Elite for P8, with Owen still in P10. RDO still trailing Owen by 0.5 of a second. As we head towards turn 7, and I see that there are some battles going on at the back of the grid. I'm not exactly sure who. I really hope that soon the developers of the game might give us a whole list of players, as Elite goes into the gravel and Owen with Audio both overtake Elite Spectra, and he's had enough. He's out. He's completely gone from this race, as he basically said, that's enough for me, I'm gone. As Mackies and Typos are having a little battle of their own as they head into the chicane, as Iggy is now approaching the podium position of Caplero, and this is a repeat of the sprint race, as Iggy sends it down the inside of Caplero, as Caplero will try and do a switch back on Iggy, but Iggy just on the exit of every single corner is just so fast. That's what I don't understand. Why is he so fast on the exit of the corners? That's what I don't understand at all. As BR4 still in P5 with Typos just overtook Mackies for P6 actually as well, with Iggy putting himself up into the podium positions with only 1.5 minutes left of racing. As I'm just trying to find you guys a nice battle going on, as Iggy is up and away chasing after DC. Only 6.5 seconds up the road as we head to the final minute of the race, and it looks like to me these guys are not going to be able to make lap 21, I don't think. Or maybe? I don't know. As Lars starts his 21st lap, leading for 80% of the race, pretty much. As Iggy has already closed the gap on 1 second. As 20 seconds left of racing, we might get a couple of photo bomb finishes with Elite, DB Elite, rounding the hairpin. 10 seconds left on the clock, and he's just going to make it across the line for P7, and I think RDO and Nobles finish. RDO finishes just above Nobles in P10, with Nobles in P... Lars will bend the final the final chicane for the final last time and into the hairpin, as I do apologise for that, as he's going to get his first win in ALR. Lars will cross the line in first for his first ALR win. DC coming home in second place for his first podium, as Iggy will round off the podium in third, Caplero in fourth, BR4 in fifth, Typos in sixth, DB Elite in seventh, I think. As that looks like to be the way. With Owen in 8th and Mac is Gergen rounding off turn 12, heading into turn 13-14 as his rear tyres are completely finished. And there it is. And there it is. Check the gap between you and Nobles. I'm pretty sure you just finished ahead, I think. The gap was... hold on. If you are still on the stream. Oh, there it is, hold on. The gap between you was 0.027. Oh my god. Why am I not allowed to type? What the hell? What's going on? Why can I not type? There we go. And looks like that's going to be the end. As the next race is in Sargina, which I butchered that name, that's for sure. In the A variation as well, so that should be quite of an interesting race, as both races have been absolutely brilliant, and I will see you guys then on the 28th of November, looks like. And yep, that's pretty much it. I will see you